Cappies, oh my Cappies, welcome to Vivid Vibration. My name is Christina. I hope that y'all are doing well. Cappies, I feel like there's an idea here of like, why do I keep getting caught in this cycle of extremes? Um, my Cappies are the goats, right? I love my Cappies. But I think that sometimes being a shadow side of being a Cappy, and I have a friend and she's a Cappy, and I mean, she kills it, like professionally. Like, I have so much respect for her. Um, but like, she didn't graduate from college and she's working with people who have like doctorates, you know what I mean? And so I think that there's like this shift of, you know, like this power struggle of, okay, well, like, do I have to do things your way in order to be at the level that you're at? Because like, that's such a like a singular way of learning, and the reality of it is that if you have the experience, you probably have a way more knowledge than you do of somebody who just like studied it, right? Like, oh, you studied it, cool, well, I've been doing it, so you know what I mean. It makes me think of that, like, you're sliding into her DMs but like I'm in her life every day kind of like meme energy, you know. And I feel like there's this power struggle almost of worthiness and unworthiness. But I feel like it's more coming from you than it is from other people, right? Because I think that it's also just this idea of like, you know, like, if you are learning something and you're dealing with people who've already learned it, you know, like, they're training you, but like your sense of I don't know what, lack of preparedness, or, you know, like, I'm not as trained in this. And so like, I feel like I gotta fight for myself because you're attacking me. And it's like, nobody's attacking you. Like, people are just like, they're trying to guide you. They're trying to, like, you know, move you in this direction. Right. Like, I feel like this conflict of perception almost, that's really leaving you feel very confused and very, you know, like, boxed into, like, an insecurity that you have. And it's like, it's just leaving you feel very out of sorts, and wondering, you know, like, am I going to get to what it is that I want? You know, like, I know who I'm capable of being, and maybe I'm not taking the same route as other people around me, but like, that's their journey, not mine. Right. And I think, you know, the unseen is the idea of dreams and apparitions and just like otherworldly knowing and understanding. And I feel like you're just kind of like, I need to follow my intuition. I need to trust what my soul wants. I need to, like, if there's somebody who's trying to help you and you feel like you're constantly butting heads against it, then just acknowledge the fact that that's not the help that you need. Maybe it's not the help that you're ready for. Maybe you'll never even use it at all. I don't know, but that's okay. You know what I mean? Like, go in another direction. And I feel like it's just kind of this, like, I need to go in another direction, and this is why. um, because this is the direction that's going to bring healing to me, instead of leaving me feel like I'm constantly triggered and not understanding why I feel like I'm not ever good enough. Cappies. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Sorry, it's like it's already over, so hope everyone had a wonderful holiday season though. The High Priestess, the Ace of Swords, the Knight of Swords, the Page of Swords. Well, again, it's just this idea of like following your intuition, speaking on what it is that you want, and going in that direction officially. Like, this is my truth, and I need to honor my truth, and I can't honor your truth and my truth at the same time. And I get that you're trying to help, but you're just getting in the way. Right? That's what that feels like. Okay. Well, the Eight of Swords and the Five of Cups, again, is just this. There's too much conflict. I don't feel safe in this environment. Even if you are trying to be helpful right now, I just, I don't feel it. I don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't feel helpful, and feeling like you really need to part ways with it. But I kind of get the feeling, and I don't know, I mean, take it how it resonates, but I feel like this sense of feeling separated from yourself in a way, separated from your own destiny, your own desires, because you have to give that part of you up in order to be in something with somebody else. And it's like, I can't give that part of me up. I need to stand in my power, stand in my ambition, my goals, and bring healing to myself, so that I can really start to move past this state of constantly being frustrated all of the time. If it's a job, and you're like, listen, I'm so glad that I got this experience with this company, and I'm really, I've grown, I've changed, but this is not going to work for me anymore. I can't, this serves as such a trigger point for me, that I don't feel like I'm I had this conversation with somebody the other day, but I was just kind of like, at this point, I'm starting to resent you every time you say anything to me because of these ways that you have treated me. The only result that has remained from that is resentment. And I can't move past my resentment to the way that you've treated me, because rather than acknowledge it, you just want to talk to me about the ways that I need to fix myself. And I feel like there's just this imbalance. Of because in this deck, the Six of Pentacles always reads to me as still from Peter to give to Paul. And it's like, you don't believe in actually helping other people. You just want to take from me and give to this. You know what I mean? You just want to put me down and make them look better. And you just want to, you know what I mean? And it's like, but I know that I've been working on myself, and the truth is that I need to make a decision that's going to be beneficial for me. I almost feel like I can't be your charity case. This is not me being your charity case. This is you being condescending. And stop lording your power over me, saying that you're helping me. You're not. The Underworld and Thanatos. I'm done holding on to the lack. I'm done playing your charity case. The end. I hate that. The Empty Room, Thanatos, and the Underworld are what we end on. But it's good, Cappies. It's good to take your power back. It's good to, acknowledge when you're being mistreated. I think that there's a fine line between helping somebody and keeping them in their place, right? I think that's why you find in a lot of really unhealthy relationships. I don't know why I thought of this, because I don't think I've ever even watched one of these shows. But I've watched people talk about the psychology behind these shows. I guess that's where it's coming from. But my 500-pound life or something like that, but they'll be in relationships with people who will go and buy them all this junk food and go and buy all this stuff for them, and it'll keep them in this state of needing them. And I feel like there's an idea of somebody keeping you in a state of needing them and calling it charity, telling you that they're helping you, telling you that they're building you up, but what they're doing is keeping you dependent on them. And that can play out in the workplace. That can play out, you don't have to be overweight to be in a toxic relationship like that. You know what I mean? But that's what that feels like. And when you realize what's happening and you pull away from it, there is a point in time where you really, like, you do have to heal that wound. You know, whether you're the one who's lording the power over someone, making them dependent on you, or you're the one who's taking your power back. Either way, like, you really need to sit with who you are in that scenario. Because if you don't want to attract that to you anymore, then you need to heal that part of you, no matter what side of the story you're on. And what a blessing, right? What a blessing it is for us to understand where it is that we struggle and to bring healing to it so that we don't continue in those habits moving forward. Yes. Yeah. All right, Cappies. Love y'all so much. I hope this resonates. If it does, please give me a like, share, and subscribe. And I will talk to y'all again soon. Bye.